My third video is about stages and strategies used for protein purification. In this video, we will focus on the concentration of protein sample, the stage 1. As a result of cell lysis, crude extract containing target protein sample is obtained, which is then subjected to CIPP strategy. C stands for capture, IP stands for intermediate purification, and P stands for polishing. But before and during the capturing step, the protein sample should be concentrated. Concentration of the proteins means to increase the concentration of target protein or to decrease the sample volume, which can be performed using different techniques like lyophilization, chromatographic concentration, precipitation, and ultrafiltration. In lyophilization or freeze drying, it is a common method for preservation and shipment of proteins. It is a way to obtain dry powder of a protein. Dried form can be stored for months or years, but it is not applicable to all the proteins due to variation in the stability of different proteins. The steps of lyophilization include to improve the product quality and stability. For this purpose, protein is treated with a suitable buffer and stabilizers, which may include sugars like trehalose or sucrose or polyalcohols. This step is followed by freezing of protein solution, which is performed quickly by submersion in liquid nitrogen or mixture of dry ice and ethanol. In last step, we perform sublimation of the solvent. For this purpose, vacuum is applied using lyophilization equipment, which leads to sublimation of the solvent. Here a peptide hormone ACE031 is shown in its lyophilized form. Second method which can be used for protein sample concentration is chromatographic concentration, which involves the absorptive chromatographic methods like affinity chromatography, ion exchange chromatography, hydrophobic interaction chromatography, and reverse phase chromatography. But this method may have certain drawbacks, like the protein preparation obtained will contain the substance used for elution, and adsorption of proteins on columns can give concentrations of more than 100 milligrams per ml, which may cause proteins to precipitate. Different protein properties can be used during chromatography. For example, specific ligand recognition is used in affinity chromatography, metal binding in immobilized metal affinity chromatography, charge in ion exchange chromatography, size in gel filtration chromatography, hydrophobicity in hydrophobic interaction chromatography or reverse phase chromatography, and isoelectric point in chromatofocusing. Third method which can be used for concentration of the protein sample is precipitation, which is a preferred method for purification and enrichment of target protein from extracts. This method can be performed using an acid like trichloroacetic acid, but it may lead to loss of protein activity. Or it may also be performed using a neutral salt like ammonium sulfate, which does not result in loss of protein activity. Fourth method is ultrafiltration. Ultrafiltration is a type of membrane filtration where hydrostatic pressure is applied to separate materials from water using a semi-permeable membrane with pore size of 0.002 to 0.1 micrometer. Vivaspin sample concentrators are commercially available, which provide up to 30-fold concentration of the sample with recovery of target molecule exceeding 95%. Ultrafiltration has different applications, including it is widely used for recovery and concentration of proteins and enzymes after fermentation, and it is performed as a post-purification step of a procedure which significantly dilutes the protein, like column chromatography. The entire process is performed in a single tube with an upper compartment and a lower compartment, and both the compartments are separated by a semi-permeable membrane with a molecular weight cutoff, which is selected by the user. The molecular weight cutoff is a measure of pore size and can be correlated to the rejection of a spherical solute with a specific molecular weight. Centrifugation is applied to force the solvent through the semi-permeable membrane into the lower chamber, leaving a more concentrated protein solution in the upper chamber. For maximum recovery, we select a molecular weight cutoff of at least 50% smaller than the molecular size of the species of interest, which is protein in this case. This step is followed by the CIPP strategy, which is capture, intermediate polishing and polishing. We will discuss these lectures in my next video. Thank you.